Okay, this is the NitroCRAPplanes Kadet Senior, the latest version that they've come up with, and I have decided to make mine a tail dragger from the beginning. So we'll show you inside what I've done. First of all, I've taken their rods over here that they give you, just the steel rods, and thrown them away and used Sullivan golden rods. You'll notice that I've got the throttle cable here, and this is for the rudder, this is for the tail wheel, and this is for the elevator. And as you can see, the rudder coming out over there. Now I'll roll it over. What I did to access the interior was to gently cut away the bottom, the monocoat on the bottom there, and it's just cub yellow, so you can redo that over again, and you can see where I've got the rods running through mounts inside. I can show you inside of the plane there. So they're all secured, and I've epoxied each one. You want to sand the rod, the outer housing, where you're going to epoxy it, and then this one comes out to the tail wheel, and that's either a NitroCRAPplanes Hobby Parts / Dubro tail wheel. They're all exactly the same. I think they're made by the same company. And then what I've done is the main gear is from a SIG 4-star 120, and I'm using 3.5-inch wheels from NitroCRAPplanes actually too. This plane also has an ASP 80 4-stroke on it. I've had one Kadet Senior already, and I buried it. It was my fault. And so this is the second version. I want to show you inside in here too what I've done to reinforce the floor. I've put plywood, birch plywood down here on the floor, reinforced it with angle balsa, and then of course this is a piece of birch here too that I've drilled in from the bottom and tapped. The landing gear is held on by 3 nylon bolts, and that way if it does hit an abrupt something, a curb or grass or whatever, it won't tear the bottom of the plane out. It will just break the nylon bolts, and I can replace them. Also, the bulkhead here where the windshield is notorious for being weak right here, so I've run square piece of square stock and epoxied that from here all the way down to the bottom there. I've also epoxied all the way around the servo tray. It wasn't epoxied very well, and I've epoxied these bulkheads too. And now, as far as mounting the wing, what you want to do is add, and I misdrilled, and so I had to re-drill the holes. But originally, this piece of plywood right here is what comes in the plane. I have added this piece of birch hardwood right here, and epoxied it on both sides, and then I've run these nylon bolts down through both of them, and I mounted the wing on top and ran holes down all the way through, and then tapped them with 1/4 bolts. So much better way to fasten the wing on than what the NitroCRAPplanes version comes with. So these are just some improvements, and I've got to put the monocoat back on to seal up the holes and so on. But as you can see, the plane is turning out nice. I think it'll fly just like my other Kadet. I know they fly awesome. The tail dragger is the way this thing should have come out in the first place. So the ASP 80 is just exactly what you want for this plane. Anyway, we'll show a video of it up in the air next, and we'll go from there. Thanks for watching.